everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's another beautiful day here in North Carolina. A lot chillier today than it has been. It's been in the 80s most all week, very humid. They said there's a cold front blowing in across the mountains, and it's got the temperature down right around 60. I think the low tonight is supposed to be in the lower 40s. Wind is just howling. I know I say that all the time, but it really is today, probably 25 to 35 with maybe some higher gusts, but not real sure how we're going to go on the video on that. But anyway, if you watched the last repair video on 1086 with the water pump replacement, wrapping that up, I stated I left the alternator off so I could install the new water temperature gauge. Get it out here in a minute. Had to do a little figuring on that. Thought it was kind of cool. I read some things online I did before I did it, so you know, everybody has their own opinion, but thought I might show you a little bit about that. Did take a page out of Mr. Ed Goslin's book on this one. But anyway, hopefully behind me you can see, I'll show you close up here in a minute. We finally got the billboard up, if you will, for the stickers. I apologize to you guys that had sent them to me. It's been, seems like a month and a half ago now. Just, you know, trying to find the time here or there. So did a few odds and ends the other day and wanted to go ahead and get that board up there on the wall. So I'll show you the stickers I already have. You know, please, any of you that have stickers or decals or whatever else, you know, send me one. Let me put it up on the board. I'll be glad to pay for them if I need to or whatever, and display. I don't know how the camera's picking it up up close. I don't really have a good tripod. So anyway, let me show you a little bit about that. We're going to try to get the alternator back on today, get the water temperature gauge in and ran, and I'll show you a little bit about what I decided to do on that, and we'll go from there. Well, hindsight's always 20/20. I see that I put this up too high for the camera to pick it up, but anyway, it's a close up. Russ Thomas Farms, Loma, Tennessee. There's the international sticker that Mr. Charles Dudley sent me in the mail. Very nice gentleman, subscriber. And Rural Life with Ron sticker. Russ and Ron had sent me these stickers a while back, and I hadn't got a chance to put them up yet on the board, so wanted to show that in here. If any of you haven't checked out either one of those channels, Rural Life with Ron or Thomas Farms, please check them out on YouTube. Very good channels, give me good support, and they've got really good content. So okay, I may end up moving that. Had to climb up the ladder there to get to it. I don't know, I didn't want to cover up my initials here, but I might shift it over and down. Seems like I always do intros and outros here in the corner of the shop, so I may end up moving that down. But anyway, I got a close-up shot of it. Like I said, anybody else that's got any stickers they want to send me, I'll be glad to pay for them. I will get them up on the board either way. I'd like to fill it up at some point, maybe by the end of the year. That would be awesome. So okay, let's get to work. Okay, we're in the tractor. I didn't want to bore you with all that. I did find an existing hole in the firewall already. Ran the cord through the end. Like I was saying earlier, we just took the original cluster out and made us a piece of metal there. I think it looks pretty stylish, other than it being bright red, and nothing else on the tractor is near that pretty, but at least I'll be able to watch my gauges and see how they do. A little off up here, you know, like I said, it's a uh-oh, got my horn button out. She's not a beauty queen, but hopefully you know, mechanically it seems to be pretty good. So I definitely want to get the water temperature gauge in there before we get it fired back up after doing the water pump. So we'll see what happens. Apologize for these you know, repair videos and maintenance and whatnot. Like I said, we've it's just seemed to be bombarded here right now, and hopefully you've watched the video of us getting down the field the other day and getting some more trees up and stuff like that. It's just kind of like, I guess, tic-tac-toe, if you will. One time you have to do this and one time you have to do something else, but we do have a new situation that I've just noticed today, I think, with these gusty winds, that we might have to address this upcoming weekend. So that's going to put precedence once again in place of anything else. But okay, well, that's enough babbling. Let's get out there and see if we can get this end of this gauge in the block. Probably won't be able to get any of it. I'll just do it and I'll bring you back and show you. The wind's just too awful bad, so hopefully that's not too bad. I get the steering wheel, there we go. Steering wheel out of the way. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, moving on. All right, well, got it all back together. Got the new water temperature gauge in and ran. Got the alternator back on it. Belts tightened up, wires back on. So I believe we're good on the water pump install. Everything seemed to work out pretty good. I'm gonna wait till another day to put the antifreeze and whatnot in it. May just wait till I get the injection pump back together. But anyway, I believe that'll wrap it up on the 1086 water pump repairs and water temperature gauge install. So one other thing I mentioned in an earlier clip, let me show you that right quick, that might take precedence over some of these repairs and getting in the fields. My, what a mess. Okay, everybody, we'll wrap this one up. Water pump's done, water temperature gauge is in. I wasn't able to bring you along for any of it, which is kind of monotonous and boring, I'm sure, but all that went well. Hopefully get the other gauges in. I'm actually going to go down here and check the F gleaner I have and see if possibly it's got a oil pressure and amp gauge in it, and I might just get some a new tube and run some new wires to those, cancel the order on the other ones. But anyway, regardless, I think in the last clip I showed you the building over here. I didn't talk much in it because the wind is just howling, but there's a main beam that finally finished rotting down and has fallen, and I think it's got the whole roof section pulling down. You can see the block over there. I showed that in the clip, how it's separated, and it used to be about like that, now it's like that, so everything's shifting and moving. So we may end up having to address that ASAP due to the fact of the main beam in this whole shed where my shop is still attached over there. You got my shop, and then where we parked the little International and the Oliver over there, and then the end, of course, you've all seen for, you know, all the videos how it's fallen in. I think I talked about it in a tour video, but anyway, it's continually, you know, getting rained on and rotting and whatnot. And we had some of the beams that had rotted off supported, and they're falling, so now it's really putting weight on it. So if nothing else, I need to get up there and get the roof off of it, the tin off, and go ahead and cut the beams loose from the end of the shop, which in turn then I really need to go ahead and get the wall up over there too. But it just seems like it's something all the time. You know, you get one step forward and take 3 steps back. But you know, in the beginning, some of you new guys, like I said, this is a reclaim process, and that includes everything here at the farm. A bunch of this stuff is laid dormant and neglected for many years due to one circumstance or another. So, you know, if we have to stop and put on the brakes and work on the building now, that's just going to be part of it, because the building's not in great shape to begin with, and the roof and upstairs section of my shop doesn't need any more stress on it than we already have. So I thought I'd throw that in there on this one to let you know what I was talking about when we were in the cab. But anyway, a little bit shorter video today, hopefully, if I haven't rambled on too much. Just want to thank everybody for watching. Please consider subscribing if you hadn't already. Thank you to all the new subscribers that, you know, come over and are following along, continually comment, and I enjoy that. Hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Thumbs down, I understand it's not for everybody. Share the videos, get them out there. You know, might be somebody else interested in some of this stuff. So say it again, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. When I roll in the driveway in the afternoon when I get here, you know, something could present itself that was different from yesterday, which you all know how that goes, especially in farming. So hopefully you guys will continue to hang in there with me, and one day we're gonna get some crops in the ground. But slow road till we get there, but we're making baby steps. Until next time, thank you.